crazy that you say that because Las Vegas has become so, I guess, kid friendly. But we known it in history as Sin City, the place where you go and you just have fun. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That changed. Now it's like what happens in Vegas goes everywhere.
After years of silence, Usher has finally broken his silence regarding his complicated and often tumultuous relationship with Sean "Diddy" Combs. In a shocking revelation, the R&B icon has dropped bombshell details about his experiences with the music mogul, offering an inside look at the behind-the-scenes dynamics that have shaped both their careers. Usher's decision to speak out comes at a time when Diddy is facing serious legal allegations, including charges of racketeering and sexual misconduct. With mounting pressure and his legal troubles intensifying, Usher's comments shed light on a previously unexplored side of their interactions, leaving fans and industry insiders questioning what really went on behind closed doors in the world of these two iconic figures. Sean "Diddy" Combs, legal battle and allegations. In recent months, the world of hip-hop and entertainment has been shaken by the ongoing legal battles faced by Sean "Diddy" Combs, the music mogul who has shaped the rap and entertainment industry for over 3 decades. From his rise to fame in the 1990s with Bad Boy Records to his continued dominance as a media mogul, Diddy has been a central figure in shaping the culture. However, recent legal woes have threatened to tarnish his illustrious reputation. Federal investigations, led by Homeland Security investigations, have brought allegations of serious misconduct involving everything from racketeering and conspiracy to the exploitation of women. The catalyst for this legal nightmare was a series of high-profile raids that took place across the country. Homeland Security agents, armed and ready, descended upon Combs's multi-million-dollar properties in Los Angeles and Miami, executing search warrants with a level of intensity that suggested they were investigating something more than just a financial crime. Diddy's opulent homes, symbols of his success, were suddenly treated as crime scenes. Guns drawn, agents rifled through his personal belongings, including his iCloud accounts and electronic devices, looking for evidence of criminal activity. Cassie Ventura's role in the allegations. One of the most significant developments in the trial revolves around Combs's ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who has reportedly agreed to testify against him. Cassie, a former singer and model, was romantically involved with Combs for over a decade, and their tumultuous relationship was often in the public eye. The defense, however, argues that Ventura was a willing participant in the activities that have been described as part of a larger criminal enterprise. They contend that she was not coerced into any of the allegedly criminal activities, but instead, she was involved in what has been described as drug-fueled sex performances, a term that has been widely discussed in legal circles and media outlets alike. The defense's strategy is to paint a picture of a consensual relationship in which Ventura participated willingly, and they aim to show that any actions taken by Combs were not the result of coercion or exploitation. They suggest that the government has misrepresented the events in an effort to build a stronger case against the music mogul. Ventura, for her part, has kept a relatively low profile, but she is expected to take the stand in what will surely be a dramatic moment in the trial. The psychological toll on Diddy. As the trial looms, Diddy's personal life has been increasingly exposed to the public eye. The music mogul has never been one to shy away from the spotlight, but the scrutiny has reached a new level as he battles these allegations. In a recent interview, Combs spoke candidly about the toll the case has taken on his mental and emotional health. He admitted that he is struggling to sleep, a clear indication of the pressure he is under as the case unfolds. "I don't sleep to this day," Combs said, describing how his mind races with worries about his future and his legacy. "I'm here to work, man. I'm here to fight for my name." This statement reveals a side of Combs that few have seen. the stress and anxiety of facing potentially life-altering consequences. For someone who has been at the top of the entertainment world for so long, the idea of losing it all can be an overwhelming and isolating experience. In many ways, Diddy's public persona has been one of unshakable confidence and success. But now, that image is being challenged in a way he may never have anticipated. Usher's troubling past with Diddy. One of the most intriguing aspects of Diddy's world is his long history with fellow artist Usher. The two have shared a relationship that spans both personal and professional realms, with Usher even being sent to live with Diddy as a teenager. The purpose of this arrangement was ostensibly to help Usher launch his music career, but the situation quickly spiraled into something far more complicated. Usher has described his time living with Diddy as a chaotic and unsettling experience. At just 13 years old, Usher was thrust into a world of excess and adult behavior that he was unprepared to handle. Diddy's mansion was filled with parties, celebrities, and what Usher now refers to as curious things taking place. Usher admitted that while he didn't fully understand the scope of what he was witnessing, he could sense that things weren't right. He recalls being in the same room as icons like Biggie Smalls, Lil' Kim, and Faith Evans, but even then, the environment felt off-kilter for a young teenager. It wasn't just the parties that left a lasting impression on Usher, it was the larger culture of the music industry that he was exposed to at such a young age. He described a world of constant excess, with drugs, alcohol, and promiscuity being a regular part of the scene. For a teenager trying to find his way in the world, this was a dangerous environment, and it left emotional scars that would shape Usher's trajectory in the years to come. The dark side of fame. Usher's personal struggles. While Usher's rise to fame was swift, his personal life has been marked by its own set of challenges. In 2010, a lawsuit emerged that would add to his already complicated public image. Usher was accused of knowingly spreading herpes to a celebrity stylist after engaging in unprotected sex with her. The lawsuit was settled for $1.1 million, a price that Usher paid not just in financial terms, but also in public scrutiny. This incident revealed the darker side of fame, where personal mistakes and questionable decisions can be broadcast to the world, overshadowing an artist's talent. Despite the settlement, the rumors about Usher's personal life continued to swirl. In the years that followed, the singer found himself embroiled in additional legal disputes and controversies. However, one of the most troubling aspects of his life was the toll that being involved in the entertainment industry had on him at such a young age. Usher's complex relationship with Diddy is just one piece of the puzzle that paints a picture of an industry often more concerned with profits than the well-being of the artists it exploits. The long-term impact of Diddy's influence. The influence Diddy had on Usher and many other young stars is undeniable. In a way, Diddy was both a mentor and a product of the very system that can break young artists. As Combs's trial progresses and more information comes to light about his dealings with other artists, the question of how the industry shapes and sometimes exploits talent will continue to loom large. For Usher, Diddy's mentorship may have led to success, but it also left him with deep emotional scars that would take years to understand and process. As we continue to watch the drama unfold in the courtroom and across social media, one thing is clear: the case against Diddy is about more than just legal charges. It's about a larger reckoning with the entertainment industry's treatment of young talent, the exploitation of power, and the consequences of a life lived under constant scrutiny. For both Usher and Diddy, the past is proving to be a difficult thing to outrun, and the industry they helped build is now turning on them in ways they never could have predicted. Usher's role in Justin's early career. Usher's involvement in Justin Bieber's early career cannot be overstated. The relationship between the two began when Justin was just a teenager, and it was Usher who recognized the immense potential in the young singer. Their bond grew stronger when Usher, alongside his manager Scooter Braun, signed Bieber to Raymond Braun Media Group, which later led to the star's global rise. Usher was more than just a mentor to Bieber. He became a guiding figure, teaching the young artist about the intricacies of the music industry, fame, and public life. For a time, their professional relationship seemed like a success story, a partnership between two artists from different generations who were able to connect through their shared passion for music. Justin often spoke about Usher's guidance in interviews, crediting him for helping him navigate the overwhelming pressures of superstardom. This dynamic, however, began to change as both artists grew older and their personal lives and careers evolved in divergent directions. The turning point: Super Bowl snub. One of the most significant events that highlighted the strain in their relationship occurred around the 2023 Super Bowl. Usher was chosen to perform during the highly anticipated halftime show, an honor that is typically reserved for music's biggest stars. Fans and industry insiders alike expected that Usher would call upon some of his famous collaborators to join him on stage. Given their close history, it seemed almost a foregone conclusion that Justin Bieber would make an appearance. However, as the event approached, rumors began circulating that Justin Bieber had turned down Usher's invitation to perform. Many were shocked by this news, given the years of mentorship and friendship between the two. Usher later confirmed the reports during an interview on The Breakfast Club, where he explained that while he did reach out to Justin about joining him on stage, the young artist ultimately declined the offer. Usher downplayed the situation, suggesting that there was no ill will between them and that he understood Justin's desire to tell a different story at that point in his life. Despite Usher's attempt to downplay the incident, the snub highlighted a deeper rift in their relationship. Fans were left wondering why Justin, who had been so closely associated with Usher in the past, had distanced himself in such a public way. The Super Bowl snub was just one of many signs that their relationship was no longer what it once was. The impact of Diddy and Hollywood's dark side. As the years went on, Justin Bieber's relationship with Usher became overshadowed by another figure in the music industry, Sean "Diddy" Combs. Diddy, one of the most influential moguls in hip-hop and entertainment, has been at the center of numerous allegations and controversies throughout his career. Some have speculated that Diddy's involvement in Justin's life, particularly during the years when Justin was transitioning from a child star to an adult, may have had a negative impact on the young artist. There are troubling rumors that suggest Diddy's behavior around Justin was inappropriate, particularly during the time when Justin was still a teenager. Some have raised concerns about Diddy's influence over young stars and the way he allegedly used his position of power to manipulate those around him. Although these allegations remain unproven, the mere suggestion that Diddy may have had a detrimental influence on Justin's life is enough to cast a shadow over their past relationship. The fallout: Justin's increasing distance. In the wake of the Super Bowl snub, it became clear that Justin Bieber was pulling away from both Usher and Diddy. This distance was not just professional, but personal as well. Justin's decision to unfollow Usher on social media and make public statements about his desire to forge his own path only further highlighted the fracture between them. There were reports that Justin was particularly uncomfortable with the Hollywood lifestyle and the people who had shaped his early career. Some insiders suggested that Justin had become disillusioned with the music industry and was seeking to distance himself from the very people who had helped make him famous. This shift in attitude was evident as Justin began to make more independent decisions about his career and personal life. While Usher and Diddy both remained influential figures in the entertainment world, their influence over Justin's life seemed to be waning. Justin's increasing maturity and desire for autonomy were becoming more apparent as he navigated the complexities of fame and adulthood. In many ways, the relationship between Justin and his former mentors had become a symbol of the darker side of the entertainment industry. The pressures, the manipulation, and the loss of personal identity that many young stars face. The aftermath, lessons learned, and moving forward. As Justin Bieber continues to evolve as an artist and an individual, his relationship with Usher and Diddy serves as a cautionary tale about the challenges that come with fame. The young star's journey has been anything but smooth, and the complications in his relationships with those who once mentored him are a reflection of the darker side of Hollywood and the entertainment business at large. While Justin has moved on from his early ties to Usher and Diddy, the impact of their influence on his life remains significant. The lessons he learned from these relationships, both positive and negative, have shaped him into the artist he is today. As Justin continues to forge his own path, it's clear that his experiences with Usher and Diddy have played a crucial role in shaping the person he has become. The story of Usher, Diddy, and Justin Bieber is one that highlights the complexities of mentorship, fame, and personal growth. While the public may see only the surface of these relationships, the truth is far more complicated. Behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, there are real struggles, real challenges, and real human beings trying to navigate a world that often doesn't make it easy for them to succeed. Ultimately, the story of Usher and Justin Bieber's relationship is not just one of mentorship gone wrong. It's a reminder of the pressures and pitfalls that young stars face as they try to make their mark on the world. Whether or not their paths cross again in the future remains to be seen. But for now, it's clear that both Usher and Justin have moved in different directions, each continuing to carve out their own legacies in the ever-changing world of entertainment. Usher's role: mentor or manipulator? The story of Usher's relationship with Bieber takes on a different dimension when viewed through the lens of certain allegations that have been whispered about within the music industry. Usher, regarded as one of the most successful R&B artists of his generation, used his influence to shape Bieber's career. But what influence did he have on the teenager in terms of personal development, especially during the highly formative years of Bieber's adolescence? Justin Bieber's rise to fame was meteoric, and his fame attracted attention from not only fans, but also powerful figures in the music industry. Usher's involvement with Bieber was initially portrayed as a mentorship. However, behind the polished image of guidance and support, there are rumblings of a more complicated and at times troubling reality. Allegations have surfaced that some of the people who were supposed to protect Bieber may have enabled harmful behavior, or, at the very least, turned a blind eye to it. Usher's management of Bieber, which included both professional and personal aspects, raises the question of whether Usher was a true protector or merely a figurehead with his own agenda. In particular, Bieber's early years under Usher's guidance were marked by significant shifts in his behavior, including public outbursts and erratic conduct, all of which seemed to coincide with his increased exposure to the pressures of stardom. These pressures, many have suggested, could have been exacerbated by those around him, including his mentor Usher. The question then arises, did Usher protect Bieber during these challenging years, or did he inadvertently contribute to his struggles? Diddy's involvement: a complicated web of allegations. The relationship between Sean "Diddy" Combs and Justin Bieber has been less discussed, but is equally as controversial. Diddy, a mogul with a reputation for being a fierce and sometimes controversial figure in the music industry, has long been associated with a high-energy, no-holds-barred approach to both business and personal affairs. Yet, as the legal case against Diddy has evolved, new details have emerged that suggest his involvement with Bieber may have crossed boundaries. The connection between Diddy and Bieber has been a source of scrutiny, particularly regarding what some have described as predatory behavior. According to rumors, there have been reports of Diddy's attempts to exert control over Bieber in ways that could be seen as inappropriate, even manipulative. These allegations have raised questions about whether Diddy's actions were part of a larger pattern of misconduct, a behavior that may have been more widespread within the entertainment industry. One of the most significant allegations revolves around claims that Diddy used his power to control Bieber, particularly when it came to managing his image and his relationships. The notion that Diddy may have influenced Bieber's personal life, including his relationships with other individuals in the industry, has been discussed in hushed tones. These alleged actions are compounded by the reality that, as Bieber's career took off, he was thrust into an environment where he was surrounded by high-powered individuals, some of whom may have been more interested in exploiting his talent and fame for personal gain than in guiding him toward healthy personal growth. Justin Bieber's silence, a symbol of struggles or strategic withdrawal. As the allegations and legal proceedings against Diddy and Usher continue to unfold, one question remains prominent. Why has Justin Bieber remained silent? The pop star has largely stayed out of the public eye when it comes to the allegations surrounding his former mentors, despite the fact that many of the allegations directly involve him. This silence has led some to speculate that Bieber may be distancing himself from the situation altogether, while others believe he is choosing not to speak out because of the personal and professional risks involved. Bieber's silence can be seen as a form of self-protection, a way for him to distance himself from the scandalous implications of the case. Throughout his career, Bieber has often been under intense public scrutiny, and his previous controversies have put him in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The decision not to speak on the current allegations surrounding Diddy and Usher may be a deliberate move to avoid further public backlash or the risk of entangling himself in an even more complicated legal mess. Alternatively, some have speculated that Bieber's silence could be a reflection of the deep trauma he has experienced over the years, a trauma that has been exacerbated by his relationships with figures like Usher and Diddy. For years, Bieber has been open about his struggles with mental health, substance abuse, and the pressures of fame. His silence in the wake of these allegations may therefore signify the lasting impact these relationships have had on him and his inability or unwillingness to confront the darker aspects of his past. The legal battles, the growing rift, and Diddy's legal team crumbles. As the legal battle involving Diddy intensifies, there is a growing sense of chaos within his defense team. One of the most significant developments in the case is the resignation of Anthony Rico, one of Diddy's top attorneys. The lawyer's decision to step down from the case has raised eyebrows, with many speculating that it signals an unraveling of Diddy's legal defense. Rico's departure has been shrouded in mystery, with the attorney citing confidential reasons for his withdrawal. While the details remain unclear, the move suggests that there may be growing tensions between Diddy and his legal team, possibly related to the mounting evidence against him. Rico's decision to quit could indicate that he no longer believes he can effectively defend Diddy in light of the serious charges he is facing, or it could be a sign that the legal strategy is beginning to falter under pressure. The challenges Diddy is facing are not limited to his legal defense team. Reports have also surfaced that the high-profile entertainment law firm Grumman, Shire, Maisel, Andox has dropped him as a client. The firm, which represents some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry, has reportedly severed ties with Diddy after being pressured by other influential figures in Hollywood. This move, if true, indicates that the fallout from Diddy's legal troubles is extending beyond his personal life and into the professional realm, as industry powerhouses distance themselves from a man who once seemed untouchable. The road ahead. What will the future hold for Usher, Diddy, and Bieber? As the case moves forward, the ramifications for all parties involved remain uncertain. For Usher, Diddy, and Justin Bieber, this legal drama represents a turning point in their careers and personal lives. The question remains whether they will face the consequences of their actions or if they will find a way to navigate these turbulent waters unscathed. However, one thing is certain: the truth is beginning to surface, and Hollywood's hidden secrets may no longer remain buried. As we await further developments, it is essential to remember that the stories behind these figures are far more than just celebrity gossip. They reflect deeper issues within the music industry, power dynamics, and the exploitation of young talent. The fallout from this case will likely reverberate throughout the entertainment world for years to come, as the public and industry insiders alike grapple with the reality of what has been hidden in the shadows for so long.